Hello everyone and welcome back to Bitcoin Tips. So today we're going to be taking a look at one of my all-time favorite and highest paying Bitcoin cloud mining sites that I've been using for the past few years, and this site has been paying since 2018. So before we jump into the video, I always like to start off here on CoinMarketCap taking a look at what's been going on in the crypto markets as a point of reference if you're watching this video in the future. So of course we have now entered week 2 of Bitcoin ETF being live. Today was the first day of the second week. Yesterday was a holiday, so their markets were not open, but super cool. We did see a little bit of an uptick in Bitcoin as well as just the overall crypto market cap, which means getting into mining or cloud mining right now could be one of the best decisions, as we are gearing up for the Bitcoin halving here in about 96 days. So overall, on the day, we see pretty good gains across most cryptocurrencies. And the week, these charts here are the 7-day charts, a lot of green. So looking very good. And like I said, just overall, one of the, things that I'm really looking forward to is the Bitcoin halving, as traditionally after the Bitcoin halving is a bull market. Now that does take 6 months to a year to really get into full effect, but having that knowledge up front means that you can collect crypto now knowing that good times are coming. So let's dive into the site. Now, we're taking a look at ECOS. This is a great cloud mining site that I actually just got paid out from yesterday, which made me want to make this video to share this site out there and really just show how good of a program it is. Now, with that being said, the link is down in the description below, and I do recommend that you check it out, but of course, it is always up to you if you want to invest in this site. What I would recommend doing, check out some of my other videos on Bitcoin faucets if you're not familiar with faucets or don't have a few faucets that you're already using. Take the earnings from those faucets and use it on this site. That way, if something does happen to this site and it doesn't pay out or it goes down or whatever, always a risk that could happen, you don't lose any of your earned money. It is just free money from faucets. Now, yeah, you did, if that scenario did happen, you would lose the money that you did put in from the faucets, but the good news is that was free to begin with anyways. So with that being said, let's take a look at some of the features that it offers here on the site. So first thing you'll notice is it's a pretty simple site, and if you've been around my channel for a while, you will know that traditionally, when it comes to faucets and cloud mining, an observation that I personally have had is the simpler the site, usually the more trustworthy they are. And the reasoning that I've kind of seen, and there isn't really any evidence to back this up, it's just a personal observation, the really flashy sites with fancy graphics and, nice web pages, not saying this isn't nice, but typically they're just trying to put on a show, make it look really nice. Yeah, they might have spent, a lot of money on their website. They're a business doing great. Whereas sites like this, they know all they need is a site that functions. Maybe some fancy graphics here and there, their promos, stuff like that looks nice. But other than that, it's a lot of white, very simple web page. They don't want to spend a ton of money. They're a business. If the website works, why spend a ton of money making it look really, really, really fancy? So scrolling down here, you can see right now they have 2 ASIC plans available. They are sold out of these 2 here, but currently you can invest with an S19A Pro or an S19K Pro. Each one of those has 106 terahashes and 120 respectively, but the big thing to notice here is the difference in the service fee, because you don't have to pay for the entire mining power up front, and I think that's a huge plus to cloud mining. If you're not really familiar with the concept, essentially you're renting out someone else's computer and using it to mine crypto. So, to go out and buy an ASIC computer, a Bitcoin miner, you could be looking at spending, at least $5,000. if not closer to $10 or even $20,000 for some models. That's a lot up front, and then you still have the ongoing maintenance. You have to find the right power. Usually nowadays it's 220. Sometimes you could need 2 dedicated 220 circuits to run these machines. They're loud, they use a lot of power, and you just have to keep them running. That's not really possible for most people. So cloud mining takes away all of that, and it lets you buy in lower amounts. Now, the minimum investment here is $150, so it is a little bit on the higher end compared to other cloud mining sites we've looked at. But again, I think this is good, in the trustworthiness of the site. They realize that on their end, they're not really able to effectively sell power at less than $150. So I think that's something that's a plus, but of course it is a little bit higher, so it can take some time if you are using the faucet method. Now, if you take a look at the profitability calculator, I do want to take 1 second to call out here, I do not like this profitability calculator. I think this is a very bad design, and this is one of the things that I really don't like about the site, and I think it's one of the only things I really don't like. And the reason I don't like this is because they show you your total reward in dollars per day, with the service fee in dollars per day, and your mining output in dollars per day, or dollars over the total amount of time. So the reason I don't like this is because it is using a Bitcoin forecasted price, and the lowest you can make that go is $60,000. Now, personally, when I'm looking at something like this, my go-to is use the current price of Bitcoin. Assume that it is going to stay the same. Now, that's a terrible assumption. It is going to go up. It's going to go down. Which way in, tomorrow? Who knows? But it's not going to stay the same. Bitcoin will not be whatever price it is, $43,096 tomorrow, or a week from now, or, a month from now, whatever. So putting in $60,000, do I think Bitcoin will get back up to $60,000? Yes, but who knows how long that will take, and that involves, selling all of your mining power or all of your earnings from the mining power when it is $60,000, which is almost impossible to do. So I really don't like that. I personally wouldn't recommend looking at this calculator, which unfortunately, it is what it is. What I would do, hover over this little eye. That shows you how much Bitcoin per day you're getting, which will give you an idea at today's prices. You could then take and multiply these either 70 Satoshis or 700. I can't see with all the zeros, but either way, that's what I would recommend doing. I really like to call that out because I think this is extremely misleading, because all you have to do is click 90,000 and your total reward's over $1,000 now versus 763. So with that being said, that is one of the only things that I would say be very careful of on this site. So let's jump into the dashboard real quick here. And again, there isn't going to be much to take a look at because it's a very simple site. It does take a little bit of time to load, which again kind of follows that same pattern of, they know what's needed. Maybe it's a little bit slow, but it gets the job done. So as you can see here, when we're waiting for these other two windows to load, we have my total earnings, my current balance about 16,000 Satoshis. Today's gains, haven't gotten any payments from my mining power quite yet, so it is still at 0. Once this hash rate window loads, you'll see my total hash rate, and then this is where I can go to purchase additional hash rate, which we'll take a look at here in just a second, and my mined today. So I'm not sure what the today gain and mined today difference is. Usually these numbers are pretty close, but as you can see, I'm getting about $8.45 at today's Bitcoin price with 93.12 terahashes. Your daily gains chart still loading, and then as you can see here, all of my different contracts active and finished. Coming over into the buy hash rate section, you'll see a pretty similar screen to what we saw on the other page. You got your profitability calculator, again, same thing, and your slider to invest in how much you want. I will call out, you do get a bonus for more if you invest more up front, but that's, of course, if you are doing that, keep that in mind. So it looks like you get 2% bonus around $280. So that's nice as well. And if you go to the next page here, you can see that you can finish your order using Visa, MasterCard, Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, Tron, Binance, Ripple, Cardano, Doge, and Tron. So they do accept a wide variety of cryptocurrencies as well as regular fiat currency. So that's really nice as well. Now, that is pretty much it. There is not a ton else to talk about here on the site. They do allow you to hook up your own ant miners, ASIC computers by purchasing them, straight up. You can purchase an entire one and have it hosted within the ECOS facilities. If you want to go that way, you can. I personally would just stick to the cloud mining on the hash rate and all that, but I do like to mention that as well. So that is really the majority of this site. One other thing that I can show you here is my payments. I can confirm that these did arrive to my wallet. As you can see here, we have one in November and then one just, it was 2 days ago I initiated it, but it took about 18 hours to get to my wallet. We can take a look at this here on the blockchain. I can confirm that it did make it to my wallet just as expected, and they had, I believe, a 30,000 Satoshi fee for withdrawing. So nothing crazy. I've seen a lot higher, but I did want to mention that as well. So again, the link is down below for this cloud mining site, and as always, I do recommend that you do your own research beyond just this video on the site. Maybe cloud mining isn't for you. There is always risk involved with this, but it's a great solution, and like I said, I personally have gotten paid out a few times from the site, and it seems to be working really well at this time, but that can change very quickly. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.